Hey, what is the deist angle? This video is going to be an introduction to my channel, an explanation of the purposes of the channel, and a little bit about me. The channel The Deist Angle is a philosophical channel, which will attempt to argue a position in the atheist, theist debate circle, which I do not feel has a voice. If it does, I'm having a hard time locating it on YouTube. I will be arguing from the point of view of a deist. What is a deist? Well, this is, quote unquote, the religion I belong to. It is simply the belief in some supernatural entity that is unnamed. We like to keep it that way for a very simple reason. The universe is a cosmic song on massive proportions. The intricacies of what we see in the natural cosmos are so profound that if something has created this cosmos, then surely, this entity is far beyond the mind of man. So who dares claim to know its will? Well, I know a couple of people who do. We'll split them into 3 subgroups. The major group is that all of these belong to, we will call theologians. Because there's 2 different types of major types of religion. There's pacifist religions and theologies. Pacifist religions tend to be more towards the East. However, deism is a pacifist religion. It follows a model much more closely aligned with, in my opinion, Hinduism, Taoism. Because it's more about personal growth than conversions. Theologies are based around conversions. How many people are in it? How strongly you believe, how dogmatic you are in those beliefs. And the 3 major theologies in our world are Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Theologies are those types of religions who like to tell you what God is thinking. And thus, these groups are going to be my enemies on this channel. Now, I don't mean enemies coming down to blows or even trading insults. I mean enemies in that they are my philosophical opponents. I would love to debate some of you guys. Feel free to talk to me about your beliefs and why you find them valid. I love religious debate, as long as the discourse is civil. If you want to sign on and type WTF, you fag, I'm really not interested. Just don't even type the shit, okay? If you're gonna say I am an immoral person because I don't believe in your God, then I really don't want to hear it. However, if you want to have civilized discourse, talking about evidence in history and archaeology, or the value of a particular philosophy over another to humankind, I will be more than happy to engage in this discourse. Now, there's one final part to all of this, and that's my dream. It's what I want to do with my life, because I think this will put together my philosophy a little bit more. It's a little bit more concrete for you guys to understand. I am a psychology student, and I hope one day to achieve doctorate level in this field. I want to do this because I suffer from a plethora of mental illnesses that have made my life miserable to a certain extent when I decided I wasn't going to let them rule me any longer. And I was so incensed at this point in my life that I decided I wanted to help this not rule others. Certainly I was strong enough now. I had suffered. I was a veteran of this war. And if I achieve my dream, no, screw that, when I achieve my dream, I don't plan to be a psychologist in a private practice. No, I want to work for the state. I want to deal with people who are having trouble finding food and housing. I want to deal with people whose lives are shattered. I want to get my hands in. And I want to change the world for one person. To quote a movie, he who saves one life saves the world entire. I guess I'll close a little bit with my politics. I am what I would call a traditionalist, what many people would call a libertarian. I am a close student of Thomas Paine in the schools of politics. I believe in limited government. And I believe the government really only needs to worry about protecting the lives, property, and liberty of its citizens. Other than that, I feel the rest of the work is discretionary and usually harmful. This kind of puts me on the side of the liberals, although I don't really agree with them 100%. There are several little caveats I have with the Democratic Party. However, I have far less with that party than I do with the Republican Party of late. Neocons are scary, scary beasts. Paleocons were alright. Eisenhower was cool. Well, that's it for my introduction. Hope you like it. And I hope we get to debate soon.